So today I'm coming at you with my very own tag, the I own too many books tag. Now before I do get into this tag, I just want to chuck a couple of things at you. Number one, I don't think that I own too many books. I don't think owning too many books is a thing. I mean, unless they're taking up all of your living space and you can't function and having that many books is making you sad, then I don't think it's a thing. However, I can admit that I do have a lot of books, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I thought I would make a tag about it. Thinking about it, that's all I had to say. So I guess without further ado, let's get into this tag. Question number one is the book that you've had for the longest. Now for this, I have a book that I've had since childhood. That's right, I've kept some of my favorite childhood storybooks, and one of these is The Red Woolen Blanket by Bob Graham. I have really fond memories of this childhood book, and I've kept like a couple of these, and this is just one of them that I've kept. Question number two is the book that you've had for the longest but you haven't read. This for me would probably be Need by Carrie Jones. This is part of a series, I believe it's a fairy series or something. I think it's a second book. I read the first book back in high school and I think I enjoyed it, and then I picked up this book and then I never read it, and now I kind of have like lost interest in that series. But I have this thing where I want to finish all the series that I complete, so I'm thinking of reading the first book and then this book again and then probably getting rid of it because I don't think this is something that I would enjoy anymore. However, if you have read it and it is good, please let me know because I really can't remember anything about this series. Question number three is a book that you've read, you totally hated it, you probably should have got rid of it by now, but you just haven't got around to doing it, or you just don't have the heart to. For me, this answer is Divergent by Veronica Roth. I've read Divergent ages ago, I really liked it. I read Insurgent, I felt about it, I got spoiled for Allegiant. I didn't want to continue with the series. So now I've got Divergent and Insurgent and I just don't want to read them, I don't want them, I don't like them anymore, but I just haven't had the heart to get rid of them. But finally, tomorrow, I'm actually selling Divergent and Insurgent to someone, so they're going, and hopefully they'll go to a good home where someone likes them. I mean, if I ever want to read the series, I guess I can borrow it from the library, but I just have no real interest having this on my shelf anymore and taking up space where all my other lovely books could go, because trust me, the one thing I do need is bookshelf space at the minute. I guess this will be the last time you're seeing Divergent on my channel. Bye Divergent. Sorry I didn't like you. Not. Question number four is a book that someone pressured you to get but you just haven't read it yet. Like, you're not feeling it, you just don't want to read it because of that pressure. I bought The Bone Season over peer pressure. Everyone was saying how good it was. I bought it, but every time I look at it, I'm just not in the mood to read it. I mean, I know it's meant to be really good, but to be honest, I don't even know what this book is about. It has a pretty cover. I think it's an adult book, but yeah, I just have no interest to read it at the minute. I mean, I definitely will in the future, but right now it's just not on my highest of priorities. Question number five is a book on your TBR that you really want to read next. For me, this is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I've had this book for a while now, but I just keep putting off reading it because of the mixed reviews that I've heard of this book. However, the second book's coming out really soon, so I really want to read this, like, right now. Question number six is the book that you bought at that bookstore that one time, but you still haven't read it yet. This for me is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Bolton. I found it really cheap, it was hardcover, it was beautiful, I'd heard so many things good about it, so of course I bought it, and I just haven't read it yet. I mean, I really want to read it, but I haven't got around to it. I mean, I've got so many good books on my TBR, but I don't know, for some reason, currently I just keep reading the shit ones. So I really need to get on my good books. Question number seven is that book that you spent all that money on at the bookstore. You know the one I'm talking about. You're up to your last $10 and you saw that book there and you're like, I'm not gonna have any food for the next couple of weeks if I buy this book, but I'm buying it anyway. For me, that book was Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I bought this book at the book signing when it was released, so I had to pay $20 for it, which is a lot, but it's like the normal price, I guess, really. For Australian paperback books, yes, they do cost that much in Australia. Yes, we do get charged a lot for paperback books. Yes, I cry every time, but I don't regret spending all my money on it because even though I saw it for like $14 in the next couple of weeks, here we go, it is signed. And I mean, you can't put a price on signatures, can you? Maybe you can, but I'm happy, alright? I'm happy I got it then and I spent all my money on it and I went without lunches a couple of times that week. Gotta make the sacrifices. Question number eight is the prettiest book you own. For me, I've got a few pretty books. I mean, you've already seen one of them, but I've got a few quite gorgeous books, but for the one I'm choosing for this is My True Love Gave to Me. It's an anthology of Christmas stories, and I mean, look how gorgeous it is. It's hardcover, it's blue, it's got the pink edges, it's got the gold ribbon bookmark. I mean, look at it. You open it up and it's like this. I mean, this book is just really gorgeous. I really love it. I just think it looks really pretty on my shelf. And question number 9 is that ugly hoe on your bookshelf. That's right, the book that you think is the ugliest. That not so good looking book on your shelf. I'm sorry to say this because I love this series dearly, but let's be honest. Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. I mean, look at this cover. It's not attractive at all. I really don't like this cover. I don't like covers of people on them, first off, but then you have something like this and I'm like, no. I mean, Rose on the cover is like, I can't do it, alright. But it says an ugly cover and I don't like it. I don't like it and I don't want it on my shelf, but I do because I love the book. But this cover though, it's a unique one. Surprise! There is one last task of doing this tag. You don't have to do this part. This part is just if you want to do it or not, it's optional. But it is to show us all the books that you own. Just a quick pan of them. I'm not asking for any in-depth bookshelf tours because I know the struggle of filming them, but just like a quick pan of them all. For example, here is all the books that I own.
So these are my main bookshelves. As you can see, there's a lot. And then I also own these books on the floor here. That's like, you know, they're not as pretty, but these are my main favorite bookshelves. They're so pretty. Then I have this little TBR shelf here. It's only very small, but it just has some TBR books. I have a couple of books here, as you can see. I have this bookcase, which is in the spare bedroom. I know, you're like, Becca, how many books? There's a lot. As you can see down there is my little collection of my childhood books, but yeah, up here, many more books. And then finally, we have this bookcase. So as you can see, I do own quite a lot of books.
I know. I own a lot of books. You could say I own too many books, hence the title of this tag. So it's time to tag a few people. So the people that I am tagging to do this tag are Sandy from Sandy Reads a Lot, Devon from Devon Jean, Chammy from Read Like Wildfire, Miranda from Books 101, Cassidy from Cassidy Von Shay, Manda from Manda the Glittery Nerd, and Karen from A Simple Cup of Tea. I'm also tagging any of you that want to do this tag. As this is my own tag that I have created, I would love to see you do it. It would be really cool. Let me know in the comments below if you do it. I will go check it out. It will be amazing. And we can all talk about how together we own a lot of books. I mean, it's like my own personal library, except I'm not lending any of my books out ever again. If you want to know why, go check out my book Borrowing Horror Stories video. But that's not happening again. It's my own personal library for more. I'm gonna go and bathe in the glory of owning all these lovely books and cry too because I'm running out of bookshelf space real quickly. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more book related videos to me, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!